Hello everybody and welcome back to Skip Allen Paints and the YouTube channel of Skip Allen. This is a video series about mixing paint in Painter utilizing a watercolor variant, and this is part 3. Okay, so in the last part we mixed some colors using a watercolor variant and 3 different colors together. And we were using phthalo blue green, we're using a cadmium yellow deep, and an alizarin crimson. That's actually my version of alizarin crimson. So we're going to set up, I've got my selection set up here. Now I'm using a selection for a couple of reasons. You'll find out why in this video, but mainly I like the way it can, oh sorry, I hit the sound there. I like the way it constrains the watercolor. So we're going to start with our phthalo blue, and we're going to put it in about 3/4 of the way through, about like that. And we want it to be kind of streaky, okay? Some dark, some light, some sort of streaky color like that. All right? Now we're going to take our alizarin crimson and we're going to put it on one side here, like that. And again, we want some dark, some light. We can go back and add some stuff to that in a minute. Then we're going to take our cadmium yellow deep and we're going to cover here. Again, we want some light and some dark. Okay, now we've got alizarin and the phthalo, the cadmium and the phthalo. And if we take the alizarin again and we bring it over to this side, we now have alizarin and the cadmium. Okay, so we've got the 3 colors. I'm going to look at this, and I think I want a little more cadmium in here. Get this to be a little redder, a little oranger. I think I want a little more red in here in places. I actually want some darker blue as well. So I get a mixture there. And I think I'm going to bring in a little more blue here as well. And then more yellow on this side. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to mix these 3. So I'm going to put some red here. That gives me red, blue, and yellow. But just to make sure I've got it all, I'll put some blue in and some yellow in as well. Okay, so now I have a mixture of all of these colors together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the layer just like that, and then I'm going to add a new layer, and with the selection still selected, I'm going to switch to white, and then I'm going to take my bucket tool and I'm going to fill that layer with white, and then I'm going to change its composite method to overlay. Whoa! And now we get a much brighter set of colors. And again, I'm going to drop. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my color set libraries, and I'm going to click on the down arrow, and I'm going to select a new color set from selection. Okay, now the name of this is phthalo blue-green, cadmium yellow, and alizarin. Okay, now I'd already made that before. And I'm going to put 32 colors. Now you can get up to 256 colors, but it's overkill. I don't think we need that many. 32 is really too many. And we're going to say, okay. And what we've just created now is a color set from these colors with 32 different colors. Okay, so if I open this set up here, and we will delete this colors, and we will come up to select, load selection, and reload many rectangles. Now I can see what my color set really looks like. If I click here, and let's go to the color, notice that all of those mixed together gave me a black. So it's red, blue, and green, basically. I mean, red, blue, and yellow, basically giving me a black. Come to the next one, and I've got a blue-violet. Next one, and we have a red-violet, a little on the brown side. Come to the next one, and we have a sure enough violet. Now, the nice thing about working with watercolor is it doesn't matter that these are fairly dark, because what makes it dark or light is the amount of pigment ratio to water, or saturation of the pigment in the water. So I can get a light color or a dark color depending on how I paint. But look at the variety I'm getting here. Oh goodness, that's beautiful. I love that color. Come on in here. Now again, you know, this color and that color are fairly close. They are different, but they are fairly close. And look at those two blues are fairly close. This one's definitely redder than that one. Now we're getting back into the more purpley blue. They are different. Each one of them is different, subtly different. But what you can see here is that mixing those three colors like we did can create a pretty impressive color set. Didn't change there. Pretty impressive color set. Now again, if you're going to try this, experiment with doing 32, then 16, and then 8 of the same color set, because I think you'll find that the colors that you develop with just 16, or maybe even 8, are fine. Also, this color set, these colors are all related, so you could use them together without any problems. You know, you could create some very interesting paintings based on these colors. Come on. Why won't you change, painter? There we go. Ooh, look at that bright red. A red-orange. This one looks really close, but it's not. Look at that. There, I mean, it is close, but it's a little bit yellower. I really love these subtle colors. Now, I'm going to have another video after this one that will talk about another step that you can do in all of this, or another approach to color mixing. So if you don't want to see me make the rest of these colors, feel free to stop the video or speed through. I'm just curious what these look like. And I'm really excited about them. Look at that. I mean, it's just amazing how many colors and how nice they can be from these three colors. And I could never have gotten this set mixing color in the mixer panel alone. But mixing using that watercolor variant definitely gives me a nice. Now see, those are too close. And I really, that's why I say that making only 16 would be a better solution, I think. Only 16 or possibly even 8. But I don't care. These things are pretty. I think that's what I like about color more than anything, is just looking at the swatches. I get excited by it, I think. All right, so we're just about at the end. We have the last one here. And then we have white that came out with this color set. Anyway, that's 32 different colors that came out of a phthalo blue-green, an alizarin, and a cadmium yellow deep. Okay, so come back to the next video and we'll talk about another step that might be surprising to you in color mixing. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.